to our guitar series in our weekly worship prep, and I hope you're joining us again to learn guitar or refresh your skills. And it's also a lot of fun to watch Sarah and Chloe learn along, and I think last time my favorite was just hearing their chipmunk voices as Chloe tuned for about 40 minutes trying to figure that out. And so let me just do a quick review as we get started and maybe clarify some things that they were having trouble with last time, and then we'll go from there. First of all, review the names of the strings. Remember, it was elks and deers got big ears. So just play with me on the E string. E, A, D, G, B, and E. Okay, and we need to just memorize that, which is going to make a lot of what we learn later on easier. And finally, the tuning knobs here, or the machine tuners. There was some question on which way do we turn those things, and I didn't really mention it because it's kind of self-explanatory. You can hear it going down, or you can hear it going up.
And it's not, though. It is not obvious. I will just say that. It is not. I don't know what world you're living in, but it is not obvious.
Some guitars, especially electric guitars, will have all 6 of them here, and so it's going to change how we do it. But let's just talk about the acoustic guitars, which most of you are learning on, which generally have 3 on the top, 3 on the bottom. The top ones, the lower strings, you're going to go counterclockwise to go up, and you're going to go clockwise to go flat or go back down. And so let me get this one in tune real quick. Remember, you want to go under the pitch and then raise it back up so that we're stretching the string and it's not going to really move around a lot after that, okay? The opposite is true for these bottom ones, the high strings. So you're going to go counterclockwise to go flat or bring the pitch lower, and then you're going to go clockwise to bring it back up, okay? So clockwise to bring those up, all right? So pretty self-explanatory, and again, you'll get more comfortable with that from week to week. Okay, let's move on to some new stuff this week. Kind of briefly mention these frets, and they are these metal lines that go perpendicular to the neck. And when you're going to place your finger in a fret, you're going to place it between each fret. So this is the first fret here, the second fret, this space in between these two. And then the third fret, a lot of your guitars would have a dot or some other kind of marking, because that's a pretty common place to put our fingers.
Maybe mine's faded.
Some more common chords to play. So those are the frets, and that'll be first, second, third, fourth, and so on. And then our fingers, okay, our left hand, and this is again very simple stuff, but we just need to know the numbers. So our first finger, our pointer, is going to be number 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I'm number 1, and then you go down the line, 2, 3, and your pinky is your 4th finger. And if we ever have to use our thumb, it's called T in our left hand, okay? And so let's just take this lesson to find our first couple chords. And I'm going to use some baby chords to help Chloe and Sarah out, and then in our subsequent lessons we'll
It doesn't
learn,
need to
the
say
actual real chords.
baby chords.
But today we're just going to use one-finger chords as a quick learn. Okay, so when we put our left hand on the neck of the guitar, we want to put our thumb behind the neck, and again perpendicular or forming a cross with the neck of the guitar. And depending on the size of your fingers, some of your thumbs will come all the way around like that, or some of them might have to be down like this. But you just want to make sure you're forming a T with the back of your neck. You're not parallel with it, because you're not going to be able to get enough pressure there. So we're forming a T on the back. And now for our first chord, we're going to place our ring finger, our 3rd finger, on the 3rd fret on the bottom E string, okay? So everyone can see my finger there. My 3rd finger on the 3rd fret on that bottom E string, okay? And I'm pushing down with the very tips of my fingers. I don't know if you can see that little indentation there. Oof, I should have probably cut my nails for this, but anyway. That's going to be our G chord. Strum from the D string down. So I'm not going to strum the top E string or the top A string. So I've got the D string ringing, the G string ringing, the B string ringing, all open strings, and then my top E string, I'm pushing down the 3rd fret, which makes a G. So that's our G chord, okay? Let's strum that for 8 counts. So you're just going to take your thumb, or if you have a pick, you can strum. But again, we're just strumming the bottom 4 strings. 1, 2, 8 counts, and play. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's it. Okay, and if you strum those higher, or if you strum these top two strings, it's going to sound a little bit muddy because those aren't in the chord, okay? So
Can you
just
see
strum
that?
those bottom strings.
Do you want to try it real quick? Play me your G
sure.
chord. Ah.
Very nice.
Thank you. We are now the pros.
proud.
I'm just kidding.
I'm proud.
All right. Yeah.
Down. All right, press pause. Try that as many times as you need.
We already
And
did.
then we're going to learn another chord.
Oh, we're done.
Oh, snap.
Snap, we just did that. All right, let's do 8 chords real quick. 8 counts. You count, Chloe.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sorry.
Okay. No. Now we can count to 4, and then you can play on 1 and 3, and I can play on 2 and 4. Ooh.
Okay.
You think we can do it?
Yes.
So you're on
1 and
odd
3.
numbers, and I'm
Okay.
2 and 4. Okay. So
Okay.
just for 2 bars. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Is there a delay?
I think there is on your end. Okay, so this is why Zoom doesn't work, people. Okay.
Oh, man.
Well, thank you, Matt. We appreciate your help, and we will see you guys in a bit. Kind of thing, yeah. What does this mean anyway?
Shaka.
Woo,
Hang
shaka.
loose.
Hang loose, peeps. Okay, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna cut that out.